Okay. I love it when my audio just like resets for no reason in the middle of the day. Hi Yuki, hi Mambo. No worries at all. What happened in the Mambo household? Hello Zephyr. I know yesterday was a holiday for a lot of the Americans, so no worries at all. I was like, we got plenty of people in here that are not Americans, so I'm just not going to worry about it. You thought your dog got carried off by a hawk? Oh my god. Well, I'm glad it was, all's well that ends well. My goodness. That is a very exciting Thursday for you. Hi, Shy. How are you doing? Alright, we got an ad starting in a minute or two, so we'll let that go ahead and I'll actually fix my category while I'm waiting on that. Yeah, I would be messed up too. Absolutely. That's scary as fuck. Do I want to feel old today? What you got for me? I'm glad to see that she was treated a way that she deserves to be treated. Yeah, an adventure for the dog, a nightmare for everyone else. Skyrim came out so many times. Oh my god. Give us the next one. work is done. Let's get into it. Yeah, absolutely. Very happy to hear that she came home in one piece and all that. Today is fun. Today is it's a repeat row, in fact, so we'll see what happens with that. See how fast we get through this. Let's bust out the tiny scissors today. Alright, so did anybody have anything super delicious to eat, to eat yesterday? Pam and Jim Halpert's kid from The Office is a sophomore in high school now. That's wild. Not that your mom jokes. Ice cream cake? That sounds amazing. 3 types of flan? Holy shit. I feel like the companion question to that is, does anybody have any drama from yesterday that they need to get off their chest? Half the people invited were lactose intolerant. Yeah. I feel like, generally speaking, nobody loves lactose as much as lactose intolerant people. Yes, sister's girlfriend handing out the lactate is so smart. It's a keeper right there. Naomi's first Thanksgiving? That's so precious. You went parasailing? That's wild. I would think that would be windy and loud. What a fun thing to do while parasailing, though. Very romantic. They were being romantic and you were just being awkward. Yeah, me and you and us and your friend Steve. Uh-huh. I mean, that's nice for them to still include you, though. Oh, it was supposed to be just you and your sister? Well, she could have done the sisterly thing and kicked you out. Yeah, cute story for the wedding, for sure. You're not allowed to give a speech at the wedding, why not? Oh, uh-huh, I see. You've given them reason not to. When you were 3, your sister got a cookie and you didn't. You haven't shut up about it since. Well, we don't want to be turning anyone's girlfriend into a metaphorical cookie, now do we? Hi, Pumpkin Cat. How are you doing? Since Skyrim was released, oh my god, bringing it back around, Zephyr. You just got off a pleasant call with your friend. That's nice. Welcome back, Mambo. Ash sent you the Hylian shield pattern. That's awesome. Yeah, that one looks very cool. Was that the shield, or was that something else? Because I feel like the picture that Ash posted looked like something else. Unless the shield pattern is more involved than just that thumbnail that I saw. Yeah. Yeah, that blanket was wild. But I think it may have also been fillet crochet, and that was the confusion. Yeah, I think they both are fillet crochet, and that, because I thought that too initially, but looking at the picture, it looks like that's something different. Drinking Diet Dr. Pepper from a Gilmore Girls mug. Hell yeah. Speaking of sodas, has anyone had a chance to try the creamy vanilla Coke that's out for the holiday season? Because I really want to try it. Nice watch streak, Pumpkin Cat. Thanks for hanging out. Didn't Coke recently do an AI commercial? Yeah. Although, I think I also heard something about... Was it Coke? So... I'm trying to remember if it was Coke or if it was another company, because I heard about these two things very close together. But I know somebody came out with an AI commercial, and then a bunch of people were really mad about it. And so that company was like, you know what? We're gonna pledge not to do that anymore, and we're gonna invest in like humans for marketing. So I know I heard about that around the same time that I heard about Coke's AI commercial, so like I'm wanting to say that that was a Coke thing, but like I don't really remember now. It is their second year of AI Christmas, which is why I'm like, maybe not, because it's not like this is new for them. Like I know they were making the AI Christmas ads last year. Yeah, can we go back to the crude hand-painted parchment advertisements? Like, the AI ads don't even look good. And it's not like they save people effort. Like, they still take forever to make, because you have to like fix all of the shit that the AI does wrong. But we should all be very aware about the new AI functions that Google has just come out with. It's Nano Banana Pro, and it is a new level of accuracy that we haven't seen yet. For now, it is still images only that Nano Banana Pro does, but like they're basically undetectable. And I mean, you can still tell sometimes, but like the quality is much higher than we've seen previously. And oh, Aerie is the company that pledged to use people. Thank you, Shy. Yeah, they had a similar thing where they had an AI commercial came out and people got onto them for it. So they pledged to not do that. But yeah, Nano Banana Pro. So Google has a software that you can use to identify if an image was made using that software. And it is like currently the only software that can detect Nano Banana Pro. Like other softwares are not up to date enough. There's this person that I follow on TikTok, and if you don't follow them yet, 1 second, I'm gonna look them up really quick because I think this is important to share. If you don't follow them yet, I highly recommend. Shh, TikTok don't. I highly recommend checking out their content because I think that what they are doing is really invaluable in helping people learn how to identify AI, and they're talking a lot about the like new stuff that's coming out. So here we go. So it's Show Tools AI on TikTok, and his name is Jeremy Carrasco. If you are watching after the fact and want to look that up, a lot of the new stuff that's been coming out I've heard of directly from him, and he'll go through like viral videos and stuff and point out how you can tell. I should put that in the Discord as well. 1 second. Because we have a channel in the Discord for AI screening. Oh yeah, which is rad because American Eagle is the parent company. Yeah, that maybe they felt like they couldn't take another blow after the Sydney Sweeney thing. At least 5 rows left? What a scarily accurate estimate, Shy. I am counting down at this point because we're under 100 rows left to make, so it's like, it feels so much more real at this point. Advent calendar rows, oh my god, if only. So maybe I can add like a widget and like, well, it's not really going to be a widget, but like a counter in the corner here really quick, because I think that's fun, and then I can update it for every stream. Let me actually duplicate this one. I think that'll be easier. So I am on row, or rather, not the row that I'm on. Would we rather have a countdown from 100, or would we rather have rows out of 244? I think countdown out of 100 is probably more exciting. Let's do that. So after yesterday, not that, hold on. It's just gonna be annoying to me. It's gonna make me do it like this. That's fine. So let's just be huge for a second. So after yesterday, there are 94 rows left. So after today, it'll be 93 rows left. Maybe we'll do row countdown. I'll play with it more after stream and like make it look nice and everything, but we'll just have it down here for now. got 94 rows remaining. At some point, you're going to be able to say that and be accurate. It's true. We will get there. At some point, the rows will be so easy that... Yeah, absolutely, Mambo. I'm going to make it match my name and everything after stream, so it'll look much better, but I can definitely do that for now. Hello? There we go. Yeah, no problem. That's accurate. Yes. Ooh, you got a pie? Hell yeah. What kind of pie? You'll have to change it to at least one row. Raspberry, blackberry. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, when we get really close to the end, we'll see. Maybe I'll do like an event for like the last handful of rows, because the very, very end, like the last 4 or 5 rows, are going to be so simple that I could just do them all at once probably, so... So yes, as I was saying before, the ad cut me off. When we get to the very, very end, those rows are going to be so simple because they're just going to be the top border. So I may do like a special event and just do like a marathon and finish it on stream. I think that would be fun. We've also only got about just under 30 rows until we reach our next quarter mark. So we'll be 3/4 done in about 30 more rows. Yeah, get that pie. I hope you have ice cream to go with it. Hi, Feral Cran. Welcome in. Yeah, just plugging away over here. We have the community center fountain, not the community center, but the fountain out front of it. That has appeared, which is a nice, nice little milestone. We're gonna have, you know, after how exciting it was going through town, we're getting into another area of the map where it's like those milestones are gonna be fewer and farther between, but at least we have our countdown to keep things, you know, in perspective for us at this point. Thank you, Feral Crown. Appreciate it. This is my personal marathon. Also, nobody be fooled by how fast I am going today. This is a repeat row, so periodically throughout the map, Concerned Ape has rows that are just exact duplicates. So it happens about every 4 or 5 rows that there's a duplicate row. So I'm not having to look at my reference at all right now, which is why I'm kind of speeding through it today. This is literally the exact same thing that we did yesterday, just on the other side. Well, if we do really good today, there's a possibility that I could do 2 rows. We'll see what happens, but I do have a hard cutoff time today, because my wife needs the studio, not the studio, but like to be able to talk for D&D, so. Can't go crazy, but we'll see what happens. You're gonna expect this speed every time. Jeskin mime, yeah. Just telepathically communicate. It'll be fine. The fun thing about people having expectations of me for this project is I can just sit there and be like, wow, you have expectations? Okay, that's fun for you. It's called Psionics. Yeah, just be magic for real. Come on. I love my teeny tiny scissors. Hi, Nickel. How are you doing today? I'm just thinking of, there's this one TikToker who, like, makes sort of, like parody videos about, like, heroes and does a lot of, like the psychic ones or, like, Invisible Woman, and just does, like how they're, like, hitting poses like really intensely. That's just what I'm thinking of right now. Like the poses that psychic based heroes hit to kind of like show you that they are doing something and not just standing there. Which just turns into serving face. Eating and cleaning before gym time? Hell yeah. Very responsible of you. You missed a gym day and your inner Alex is devastated. Just showing that boy how to take care of himself. Nobody needs to be going to the gym while they have a cold. I get that though. I feel like with the gym, it's all about momentum, right? So it's like really scary to lose momentum, at least for me, because it's like, uh-oh, am I gonna actually keep doing it now? Your gains! I'm excited to get back to going to the gym. I have not been going at all because of my gallbladder issue. Not that it really actually impacts my ability to be at the gym at all. It's more about because it impacts, like, my ability to eat. And so I just am like, it is just too much on me mentally to think about, like, exercising and then having to figure out what food I can have after that. So yeah, I'm just excited to have this off of my plate so that I can go back to just, like, living my life. So yeah, speaking of that, we will still have Sunday stream, but I will not be here at all next week. because I will be getting my gallbladder out, and also my mom will be here. But that's finally happening. Yeah, I also have ARFID, so it's like just one more fucking thing on top of everything else, and I'm like, I can't. I'm just gonna focus on like making sure that I'm functioning. Yes, yeet the bladder. I'm so excited to be done with it. Also, thank God for sertraline, because my anxiety, I'm sure, would be through the roof right now with an impending surgery ahead of me, but I just feel fine instead. Thank you, Mambo. Your mom had her gallbladder removed a few years ago. It is surprisingly common. It's one of those things that's like, if you lose the lottery, or win the lottery in this case, and the gallstone lottery, and then there's just not really anything else that you can do about it, unfortunately. Hers was gangrenous? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm really fortunate that, like, mine hasn't acted up that much at this point, because, like, when I did go to the ER that one time, I went because I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that it was, like, an incredibly awful amount of pain, and, whatever was stuck dislodged on its own on the way there. Like, they took me, because I live on the 3rd floor, and so the paramedics put me into a special chair. It's a stair chair, so that they could get me down to the ground floor. And so I got to go bump, 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 bump all the way down the stairs, and I think it might have actually helped dislodge my gallstone. But so the thing to look out for with gallstones is if they get stuck, basically, because they can become infected, and they can also cause your gallbladder to just be full of so much pressure and get backed up. But she didn't feel pain until it reached an extreme point. That's wild. Yeah, I mean, I guess if it wasn't blocking anything, but you said it was also large. That's crazy. Yeah, pain is such a weird thing, especially in that part of the body. The Wonder Ball. Wonder Gallbladder. Yeah, for real. Things shaking around in there. But yeah, if you have gallstones at all, then you have that risk that one of them will become lodged at any time and potentially become infected at any time. So it's one of those things where it's like, why should I wait around until this becomes bad enough that I have to get it out, when it's like never going to resolve on its own, right? Yes, much like Wonder Balls are banned in the United States, my gallbladder is about to be banned from my body because it has dangerous pieces inside. Just really glad that my mom can be here to see me through it and help with recovery and everything. I don't think the recovery is going to be bad or anything like that, but you know, I'm just gonna have to take it easy for a while. And it's good for peace of mind, because, like, she used to be a nurse, so I feel like she knows what to look out for, right? Plus, it'll just be nice to see her. She is living in the Carolinas now, so we're not exactly close to each other. We were talking on the phone the other day, and she was like, because she just bought a house at Nurse Evil. She is definitely the nurse good to my evil. So, but yeah, she just bought a house with her partner, and she was like walking around in her neighborhood, because she had contractors there working on the roof, and she was like, oh, what if you came and lived, like, down the street from me? Wouldn't that be so nice? Look, there's a house for sale across the street. And as much as I would love to live across the street from my mom, I have no desire to live in the South again. That is so fair, Nicole. I also miss the thunderstorms. Like, my wife hates them. They have a lot of tornado trauma anxiety. And thunderstorms, obviously, you know, if you're from the Tornado Alley, I believe it is. Because it's like, there's is it Tornado Alley, or is it, there's like what is thought of as being like the area where you get big tornadoes, like Texas and Oklahoma and all of that. But then there's, where I'm from, there's like a different name for it, because you'd get a different kind of tornadoes there. So in Georgia, the tornadoes are smaller and faster and very difficult to predict. So they will come down very quickly, destroy a neighborhood, and then be gone in a matter of minutes, right? And they can pop up during thunderstorms and be completely invisible because of the storm. So you'll just be driving down the road in the rain and drive into a tornado. But yeah, there is something about thunderstorms, like being from Georgia in the South, that is just so completely different. Like, the smell is different, the way that you can see them coming from so far away, and they last so much longer. Like, obviously in the Pacific Northwest we get a lot of rain, but it's a very different quality of rain. It's just sort of like this constant drizzle. Like, every once in a while there'll be thunder or lightning or something, but like the rain is never particularly hard here. Like in Georgia, it would just be an absolute downpour, like rain like bullets, and it would last for like days on end. And it was that, or it was like a total drought. So the first time your mom visited Oklahoma, she only wanted to watch Twister in the hotel. She said, "Bring it on." Yeah, the closest that I've come to being in a tornado was, I was at my mother-in-law's house, and Jess and I were in the kitchen, and we looked out the kitchen window, which overlooked this area, this open area of pasture land. And across the kitchen window, across, the other end of the pasture, we could see this cloud. And Jess, when we were in school, so it had been I think the year before that or whatever, had taken a course called Weather and Climate. And so had learned about different cloud formations and stuff. And so Jess looks out at the cloud and goes, "Is that a foot?" Because one of the telltale signs of a tornado forming is a little foot sticks down from underneath the cloud. It's almost like a little spur hanging down underneath the cloud. And so sure enough, it, quickly came across the pasture towards us and became more and more foot-like. So we said, no thanks. So we went and got in the bathroom with a mattress, and we could hear, the wind and stuff picking up outside. And Jess's mom was just standing on the porch as the storm is coming in, and we hear her yelling about how the roof has just come off the chicken pen. Like, "Kathy, what are you doing out there?" And then we felt the moment that the tornado passed over the house, because we felt the roof try to lift up. So we got really lucky because the tornado passed over the house, crossed the road, and touched down in a neighborhood like on the other side of a copse of trees. So it did miss us, but that was just a crazy area for them, living there. I believe that where they lived, the road next door had some of the highest rates of high winds in their whole area. So they regularly got things like that going on by the house. But yeah, that was the closest that I've personally gotten. So I can understand, having been through that with Jess, why Jess would be so freaked out by storms, because that would have been a more common occurrence for them. So yeah, crazy thing to experience indeed. So having a much lower rate of, tornadoes in the place that I live is definitely something that I look for. You've got one hell of a tornado story, Mambo. Let's hear it. Is best told verbally. That's fair. You worked in an all-glass building in college, and you were closing up shop at 4:30, and the entire sky was black. Sips tea. Cheers, Cran. Oh, I remember you telling the story. You were ushered into a back hallway with a bunch of other students and ended up being put right next to an exit door. It's still wild to me. Janitor decided to go home in the middle of the storm, which you could hear howling outside, and when she left it was just white with rain. And cacophonous. Yeah, the noise storms like that makes unbelievable. End up like the cow in Twister. Oh, in Central Texas? Yeah, that makes sense, totally. Dixie Alley, that's what it is. So Tornado Alley is where you get the big tornadoes, like Texas. Dixie Alley is a more specific area in the South where you get lots of smaller tornadoes. Definitely heard the tornado. I mean, that's fucking scary. The noise that tornadoes make is so... It's so intense. Windy storms make you extremely nervous. Yeah, it's understandable. It's like when you see it for yourself, what a storm like that looks like, then you get those little, you know, those signs of like something similar happening, and it's, you know, it's hard to believe that like this time it's not going to mean anything bad. The ad just scared the shit out of you? Oh no. Dell said boo. You're EP sleepy, Zephyr? Well, it's late for you, isn't it? When you were in elementary school, you had a tornado swivel right past your neighborhood. The scariest part was that you had an outdoor cat. Oh god. And you ran around trying to find him, and he was cowering under a bush. And you climbed under to grab him when the sky is black and run back inside with the cat, and your mom tells you to put him in the garage and go to the bathroom. Oh, that's so sad. Let the cat come in the bathroom. Oh my god. Justice for Kitty. Yeah, you already had it. Why not let it stay in the bathroom? Poor kitty. Oh, Mom was allergic? Yeah, come on. The cat wouldn't have made your mom wait outside. Oh, he's laying in your lap outside. That's sweet. We've passed the halfway mark. So it's, you know, we're speedy today, but not crazy speedy. This is probably not the day that we do 2 rows on stream, just because I have a hard cutoff time, but it's coming. We'll get there eventually. It will happen. Anybody working on projects today? Gotta work on updating my website after stream. Got the hood pattern coming out tomorrow and still lots to do for that, so. Almost done with the first row of your fillet crochet? Excellent. It's a foundation row, but it's 300 stitches. Yeah. That shit takes forever. And it's so hard to hold on to the foundation row, too. That's definitely my least favorite part of any project, is just making the foundation row. Today's about getting the house back in order after your market last week. It's so hard to store everything. Yeah. No, absolutely. No, I wish I had more storage space in my house for sure. I'm contemplating right now if I want to get like a folding table to have in my studio, because it's so hard for me to make space to get my sewing machine out and work at my desk, and like I don't have like a large area of flat surface that I can use to like lay fabric out and measure and stuff. So I'm like, that would help a lot if I could just have a table that's like flat that I could get out when I needed it. But then it's like, well, where do I put it when I'm not using it? Honestly, where do I even put it when I am using it? But like I can make it work, but it's gonna be a little cramped. Use your market table as a sewing table. Yeah, that makes sense. You have the floor and an ironing board? Yeah, I have the floor, but I don't love working on the floor because it's not a hard surface, so. And then also with cats, it's like, I don't want this to be a mess, and I also don't want my cats to walk all over it while I'm trying to do stuff. You're bereft of animal companions. It's a shame. It does make some stuff a lot easier, though. Yeah, they want to sit on whatever it is I'm doing immediately. fabric and get it nice and smooth, and suddenly there's a kitty there to supervise. Uh-huh. There's currently multiple blankets on the floor in here because one of us will drop a blanket and all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, thank you, I love my new cat bed. So there's a blanket over in front of the heating vent because my cat Jude is obsessed with the heating vent. Like, I'll come in here, like, I'm sweating, and she's just sitting in front of the heating vent with her face, like, practically pressed up against it, like, cooking her little brain. So there's a blanket over there for her. And then that blanket was previously over next to my desk because, like I said, I dropped it on the floor at one point, and then one of my cats was like, oh, this is my new favorite place to sleep. So because her blanket was stolen from her, we had to, you know, put another blanket down for her. So yeah, as soon as there's a piece of fabric on the floor for me to do something with it, that's what they act like. They're like, oh, yay, another bed, thank you, this is perfect. Merlin came for bed snuggles. That's so perfect. Or they steal your chair. Yeah, they get away with that one a lot less. The locked 2 mini one. Having a lot of naps together. I love it when it gets chilly because all of a sudden all of my cats are like, let me in, I need snuggles. Carmilla is relentless. She'll come and she'll scream at me until I let her snuggle up under the crook of my arm under the blanket. The intake nurse called me to give me information about like my upcoming surgical appointment, and one of the things that they said to me was like, if you have pets, don't let them sleep on the bed with you the night before. And I was like, well, it's, you know, in an ideal world I'm sure that that'll happen, but unfortunately I live in reality, so I'll just make sure they stay on top of the covers. That's the best I could do. You never know, though. They may want to go sleep on the couch with my mom, since she'll be here. Because I remember last time she was here, they were all about that. What's that guideline? Why that guideline? To try and minimize the amount of bacteria on your skin when you come into surgery. So I'm actually supposed to take 2 antibacterial showers, one the night before and one the morning before, like with antibacterial soap. And like change the sheets on my bed and like all of that stuff, just to try to cut down on the chances that, like, you know, the incision could result in infection by minimizing the amount of bacteria on my skin. So obviously, you know, cats are adorable, but they're also filthy little goblins. So you don't want them bringing bacteria into the bed. You've just never been told that? Yeah, that's the first time I've heard it. I mean, my procedure shouldn't be that intense. Like, it's outpatient, it's laparoscopic, so it's not going to be that intense. And, like, you know, I sleep in pajamas, so even with the even with cats, it's not like they're going to come into direct contact with my skin, you know, and all of that. I guess it's just one of those things of, like, you want to set yourself up for success as much as possible, right? I swear though, the person I spoke to on the phone, the intake nurse, was the nicest fucking person I have ever spoken to in my life. Like, what a delight. Foundation row is done? Hell yeah, Mambo. For your C-section, they give a quick little shave and then get right in there. Yeah, it's funny how, like, different it is with different procedures. Like, I feel like everything surrounding, like, the birthing process is just so, like, I'm just gonna get into my elbows up in this thing. Like... They give you anti-anxiety meds in your IV and you asked if your nurse could shape your hair into a butterfly. That is so fucking funny. It's so interesting to me how different that is, like, for C-sections specifically, that they, like, that you have to, like, be awake for that. I saw a TikTok last night. There's this one guy that regularly does these, like, surgical skits. So, like, you know, like a skit of, like, something that would happen in the operating room, but it's just, like, all him, right? And so there was this one that was, like, about, like, the anesthesiologist, like, constantly peeking over the screen for whatever reason, because obviously the anesthetist is, like, monitoring your vitals the whole time. So in the comments, which is full of people talking about their experiences with, like, surgery and the anesthesiologist, which weirdly made me feel better, because I was like, yeah, the anesthesiologist is gonna have my back, I'll be fine. You don't have to, but they strongly encourage it because of the baby. Yeah, like, everyone was talking about, like the funny situations surrounding the anesthesiologist, like, putting them to sleep and, like, them, like, just, like, being awake and then just, like, being gone, you know, things like that. And then all of the people talking about their experiences with C-section was, like, their anesthesiologist, like, smacking them on the face, like, wake up, you have to stay awake. So it was just interesting to see that difference in experience. You had a resident anesthesiologist and then the main guy was there too. The resident asked me to tell him anything you needed, so you said you needed $2 million. I mean, he asked. Covers half the birth cost. if you're willing to do a little extra, Amet can whoops when he moves you and get a lot more than 2 million. Fuck. Yeah, insurance in America is fucking stupid. Everyone was singing Pink Pony Club in the ER. Fuck yeah. Yeah, very grateful for the insurance that I have just from Washington State wanting to take care of people currently. You get up to a year paid maternity leave, that's not a thing. You have to wait 2 weeks before coming back as the absolute minimum. Yeah, 2 weeks is like probably a lot closer to what most people get here. 26 weeks full pay is crazy. They don't make you take stuff though, so a lot of that is very dependent on like where you work, like what is going to be available to you, because like some places it's just kind of like you don't get a lot of help with that. Hi, Crojo. I'm good. How are you doing? Yeah, your job is protected in most places and states and places of employment, but it doesn't prevent companies from, yeah. And, like, your job is protected, so, like, they can't fire you for needing maternity leave, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you're gonna get paid. You did a couple of things you wanted to get done today. That's awesome. Lactation time, yeah. Like they have to let you pump and stuff. You're trying to start exercising, experimenting with different YouTube videos. I feel like we need Nickel to like make an exercise plan for all of us. Yeah, you gotta find the sweet spot for you. Definitely. I started doing like, just to kind of help myself get going, I was like, I'm just gonna focus on going in and walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes, and like I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I just, you know, I want it to be like cardio, get my heart rate up a little bit. And I find that really helps me feel like motivated and warmed up enough to do other things. Because like if I make a plan to go to the gym and I'm like, I want to go to the gym and just immediately do this thing, then it's like, it does not work as well. Nickel. Yeah, you gotta help us learn how to make exercising fun and interesting. Help us get gains. "2026 needs to be the year that I regain my buffness." I totally get that though, Crojo. Like, I also get really bored. I find that watching, like a show or like a documentary or something is really helpful, more than just listening to something. Because, like, listening to something like a podcast does not occupy me enough anymore, but, like, watching TV helps. Yes, I tried to pause for you, Crojo. I think mostly I was just saying that starting with the treadmill helps me to feel like warmed up and motivated to do other things, as opposed to if I'm making a plan to like go in and do a different kind of exercise and I try to like get into that first before doing the treadmill, I'll just get like overwhelmed and feel kind of sick. So I feel like it's good to know like how to get yourself eased into it. You're tracking your progress with a couple of friends and you hype each other up? Yeah, absolutely. You watch things from time to time or read on the treadmill? I feel like some people knit or crochet while they're on the treadmill, and I don't understand how on earth they're coordinated enough for that, because I am just convinced that like I'm gonna fall off the treadmill if I try something like that. You cannot crochet and walk. Yeah, I don't think that that's a skill that I have. Audiobooks are also, you know, an option if you don't want to actually look at the words. Focus on things you enjoy. Yeah, absolutely. I really wish that, like, swimming was an option for me. I feel like it would be a lot easier for me to exercise if I could just swim every day. Any activity is better than no activity, 100%. No, not even a soapbox. You're just speaking the truth, Nickel. Like, I know that I am currently way too sedentary. Not even in a sense of like, I'm shaming myself for that. I'm just like, this is not ideal for me. So any amount of exercising at this point, I'm like, is gonna be so fucking good for me. And I was feeling really good about what I was doing before. Like, I was really trying to be consistent with it and go down to the gym at least 3 times a week. And I was trying to do, like, right when I wake up, just immediately go down there. But yeah, then my gallbladder happened and that kind of fucked me up. So we'll get back to it, though. You miss bike riding? Oh, yeah, that's a shame. I love riding bikes. That's my other favorite. But it just, like, a bike takes up so much room. Yeah, when you feel like you messed up. No, that's very relatable. I also find that, like, when I exercise, I want to eat different things. So, like, I feel motivated when I come back from exercising to, like cook, eggs and stuff, as opposed to, like, if I hadn't gone and exercised, I probably wouldn't really have been very hungry anyway. Yeah. Yes, you must feel we have a saying in this house. Obviously different people have different needs and this is not going to work for everyone, but, like, in this house we have a saying, and that saying is eating is better than not eating, period. Like, no qualifiers, nothing. Like, you need food to go in your body, the end. Guilt no longer exists for me, 100%. That's how it should be. Yeah, you have ARFID? Same here. Like, I have had that eating disorder struggle in my life. And there are different kinds of eating disorders for sure, but, like, what is important for me to remember is that, like, my goal should always be to make sure that I eat something. Reminded you to defrost some beef? Yes, you gotta eat. Money anxiety also plays into it, like, feeling like the executive dysfunction hitting and being like, well, I feel like I don't have the energy to cook something, but, like, I shouldn't order food because it's too expensive, right? And that turns into I don't have dinner. But under, the eating is better than not eating philosophy, spending that money on food is 1,000% the correct choice. Yeah, believing you're eating the wrong things and ruining yourself. It's so hard to deal with that mentality of, like, I am doing eating wrong. That's a tough one. And I feel like I've come so far from that time in my life, and that's still a voice that I have in the back of my head, right? It is challenging. Like with my gallbladder too, it just gave me this total sense of like, what did I do wrong to make this happen to me, right? Because gallstones can come from two major factors, and one of them is cholesterol, and the other one is just the bile that your gallbladder makes anyway. But because I'm on, a low-fat diet right now, because when you eat fat, it's more likely to trigger your gallbladder to release bile. So it's not that fat causes problems in your gallbladder. It's just that if you don't eat as much fat, your gallbladder is not going to do as much, and it's less likely that it will then pass a gallstone. And so the difficulty is when a gallstone, like when your gallbladder is producing a bunch of bile and it dredges up one of those gallstones and it gets stuck in the tube that goes between your gallbladder and your intestines. This is as far as I understand it anyway. So you want to limit the chances that gallstone can get stuck somewhere by reducing the work that your gallbladder is doing. So having a dietary restriction, because it is very restrictive. Like I don't know where the line is, right? Like I don't know how much fat is too fat, so I'm just sticking to 3 grams of fat or less per 100 calories. Like that is my metric, and it has worked very well. But it's such a mindfuck for me to have to be restrictive about my eating like that. And it just really makes me feel like what did I do so wrong that I'm here in this place where I can't just eat normally? And then I look at like on TV and stuff, I look at the normal foods that other people are eating, and so many of them are things that I can't have right now. And I look at those foods and I just feel like I didn't even eat this level of fatty stuff, right? I feel like I had a pretty good diet going on. So it's like I know better than to think that I did something wrong, but that instinct to blame myself and make food into a moral issue is still definitely there. And it's a tough one. You're super big on safe and easy foods, often involving potatoes and ramen. Yes, love a good safe food. Yeah, chai lattes are my biggest safe food right now. Chai lattes and Rice Krispie treats are what I am fucking living on. And to be fair, milk is pretty good for sustenance. There's some calories and shit in there, right? So I'm going through 2 gallons of milk a week or something stupid right now, by myself, because I'm drinking so much chai latte. But it's one of the few things that I can have that satisfies me right now. So yeah, safe foods, it's that's even more, when we're repeating the eating is better than not eating mantra. It's within that mindset, it's keep your safe foods on hand. It doesn't matter what they are. Give yourself permission to eat your safe foods. Yeah, exercising because you want to be healthy and strong, not because you're concerned about being skinny. 100%. I can't wait to be, I want to have big old juicy muscles, I want that so bad. Exercising is something to feel joyful about, You're back from the mall, Alex. You barely survived. Welcome back. The mall is a tough one. The mall disagrees with me. I always have to get a pretzel from the food court at the mall, because otherwise I crash out super hard and then I will have a meltdown. Something about the mall is such a huge drain on my energy. I think it's just so many sounds and fragrances and people everywhere. Ugh. The malls are ghost towns for you? Yeah, I feel like there's the small malls that are like not even really a thing anymore, and then there are like the big malls that are actually still worth going to. Yeah, the little malls for sure is not really anything going on, but you sent your friend a picture of the has-been merch at Hot Topic. Oh my god. That'll teach you to gloat, huh? The autocorrect to bovine is diabolical. You got that Appa avatar pin? That's so awesome. I love enamel pins so much. It's like one of the few things that I still allow myself to collect because, ooh, I have the collector gene bad. So I have to be really careful about when I let myself start collecting. I am in a really dangerous spot right now, actually, because I have so many different prescriptions that I'm managing at the moment, like not just for myself, but also for my cat. So I have all of these pill bottles that are coming into my house, and the urge to hold on to them forever because they might be useful for something, it's getting out of hand already, like quickly. You collect enamel pins and vinyl figures? Yeah, those are fun. I collect enamel pins. I've recently started allowing myself to do keychains. I think there's something else, but I can't think of it right now. Oh my god. Not that, Alex. Look, sometimes when you have a partner, in a completely non-sexy way, you have to look at each other's butts. You know? It is the truest definition of having somebody's back. Thank you, Crojo. Yeah, we made quick work of this row because it was a repeat row. I would dive into another one, but I don't think that there's enough time for that. Alas, I have to be done at 4 today, so I don't think I can get another regular row done in 2 hours. But we will play Stardew Valley. How do you get it as a blanket? Yeah, you'd have to go bigger than floss for that. Or do more than 1 stitch per pixel. God, that would take forever. Okay, here's how we're looking. I like the shadow here. It's very satisfying. The farmhouse. I think there's 1 pixel left to do on the farmhouse. We just gotta cap the roof on and then the farmhouse is done. And then we've got the fountain coming in. All these little paths that are popping up are so fun. We are. And now we can update our countdown over here. We got 93 rows left. Yeah, the texture definitely does add to the depth, I agree. You're doing a Stardew quilt and it's a basic pattern, but you fear you won't finish it by Christmas? Oh no! Okay, well, as long as it's an arbitrary goal and not for somebody. You need to attempt a xenomorph plushie? That sounds so cool. Have you found a pattern or do you just like the idea of it? There's a few to buy on Etsy. Excellent. Just make sure you watch out for AI patterns, that's all. You don't have to crochet anything for your other friend because they made you spend money on merch. Save yourself some effort. There you go. Oh, you're gonna make them a has-been thing? You've just gotta give them something else that they can chew on. You know? Find something, a new obsession. Preferably one that you can also enjoy. Yeah, satisfying to fill in the holes. Absolutely. Hey, not everybody has to like everything, and that's totally fine. Yeah, Mumbo, absolutely. Did DMC sponsor me? I fucking wish. No, not a rude question at all. No, I do not have any sponsors. I mean, I didn't have any online presence prior to this project, so that's part of it, but no, nobody has reached out to me. Yeah, it's a lot of floss to buy. I've bought about $300 worth of floss for this project. I mean, I was on social media, but, like, I didn't have, like, okay. Let's see here. I think I'm getting close to around 80,000 followers on Instagram. I have around, like, I think 25,000 on TikTok, and I have maybe 15,000 on YouTube, right? So prior to this project, I had 75 TikTok followers, and maybe like 120 Instagram followers, and no YouTube followers. And I posted, I think it was week 3, because week 1 was just like a teaser pretty much. I skipped week 2, and then I posted week 3 of this project. And I went from 75 followers to 3,000 followers on TikTok in 24 hours. So I was on social media, just nobody knew I was there prior to this project. My TikTok is a couple years old at this point. Maybe even 3 years old. Yeah, it was really unbelievable to see how immediate the response was. People love a saga. What can I say? Like, I was very inspired by some of the other fiber artists on TikTok who are making like long-term regular update projects, like the micro crochet granny square blanket, or the girl who is crocheting her birth control information sheet. So I really, I've followed in their footsteps for sure. Yeah, people really like that format. And consistency also is really, really key to getting something out of social media. The algorithm will, to an extent reward you for that. So, am I perfect about it? Absolutely not. I should be updating every single Wednesday, and I regularly miss that mark, but I still have been updating every single week, so I think that has helped a lot too. Yeah, social media is hard. Like, it is not my first love. It has definitely been a huge learning curve for me, and something that I have had to like adjust to. Like, it's not the most comfortable thing for me, but recognizing that it was a necessary evil, haha. I've put a lot of time into figuring out how it works, and as much as I can stand to. I'm sure there is a lot about SEO that I could learn still, but I feel like I figured out as much as I needed to for the moment. And then, when that stagnates, I'll take another deep dive into figuring out what I can do next. So many day 1 with no day 2. I think people are like doing day 1, like doing daily is too much. People just burn themselves out. I thought that being unemployed for 6 months would motivate you to put more into your online presence. Yeah, it has to be worth it. It has to be worth it for you. And if it's not worth it for you, then yeah, like there's a lot of reasons not to do it, right? Especially these days with the advent of, extremely realistic AI, That's something that I think about regularly, like how much of my face and my voice is on the internet. I don't love that for me, but, it's too fucking late at this point. Yeah, I hear you, Crojo. It is not my favorite thing, but I have made my peace with it, and I think I have kind of figured out, at this point, what I'm willing to do and what I'm not, and that helps a lot. And, that's a big part of the reason that I'm never gonna be as big as I could be, because there's a lot of shit that I'm just not going to do because I don't want to sacrifice my integrity ever. Or lose control of my image as an individual. So, for me, I'm not just a small business owner, I'm a sole proprietor, right? It's important to me that my work stays in my hands as much as possible, to the point that I don't even want employees. I might eventually end up working with somebody else in a contracting capacity, having an accountant help me with my taxes or something like that. But that's, I think, about as far as I really want to go with it. And then when it comes to brand partnerships and things like that as well, that's a huge consideration for me as well. Is I don't want to, let a brand dictate what I can and can't make. And I also don't want to work with a brand that I don't actually feel passionate about, which, I feel like people have the right, it makes sense for people to be skeptical about that. Someone telling them I'm promoting this brand because I genuinely love it, but for real, I don't want to promote a brand that I don't genuinely love. I dipped my toes into the water with that a little bit, working with what you call it, hang on, sorry, 1 second, completely blanking on the name right now. Darn Good Yarn. So I did a couple pieces of content for them in exchange for a mystery box, And I felt like okay about it because I've heard different things about them as a company. But I was like, I don't know, to me this feels so like straightforward in terms of like what I'm getting out of it versus what they're putting into it, and like they're not dictating what I'm allowed to say about the product. So like if I get it and I think that it's a piece of shit, like I can say that, right? Well, probably not that. I still need to be, you know, like a little bit respectful, but like I can give an honest review of it. There's no terms that dictate that I can't do that, right? So I don't know that I would work with them again, just because they apparently have been using AI some in their like assets, like in their advertising and things like that. And I think it's a little bit different when it's something like that versus the company being AI focused in like what they're offering as a product. Not that it's excusable, just like it's on a different level of problematic, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know if that really makes it okay with me from a partnership perspective. So like I don't know if I would work with them again if they're going to be doing that kind of thing, but especially since it makes me kind of skeptical about their mission as a brand, because they're supposed to be kind of a like an eco-conscious brand that's working with a lot of like recycled fabrics and materials, but I'm a little bit skeptical of that. There's kind of like a corporate approach to reusing and recycling things that you get sometimes that's sort of like, are you just sort of like cosplaying being eco-conscious? But yeah, it's hard because I don't want to work with a brand that's associated with AI at all. So I feel like I'm very limited in my capacity to do that kind of thing, right? Especially right now. But yeah, I haven't had a lot of people reach out to me thus far. You feel like social media would be better to post on if there are more people telling you that, yeah, like nice things and not being assholes? For sure. I mean, for me too, I really work hard on cultivating my algorithm and my viewership. So like my content is not for everyone, and I am like pointed with that. Like I'm not trying to appeal to everyone. I don't want to appeal to everyone, and I put up signs very upfront to actively try and turn certain groups of people off to engaging with my content at all, because I don't want to hear what they think, you know? Like that's a big part of the reason that I use the name Jack Evil, because I know that there's a lot of people out there who are going to hear the name Evil and they're going to go, oh my god, I can't have anything to do with that, which is great because then you can't become my fan and then find out, you know, months in that I'm an atheist and clutch your pearls. Like it's kind of right there up front. So sort of trying to put that information out there for the people who are gonna care, unfortunately, and the people who don't care aren't gonna care, right? So I try to, in my marketing, not just attract people but also deter people, right? I don't want to be marketable to everyone. I don't want bigots in my audience. Like, y'all can fuck off. You know? If you're a racist and a homophobe, I don't want your fucking money. So I feel like that approach is always going to be a limiting factor, obviously, but I am more than okay with that. You didn't like that they were like, ooh, small business, I'm so busy, in response to the AI usage? Yeah, like, that's not a fucking excuse. Like, You think you're a small business? Bitch, I'm a small business, and I illustrate my own patterns myself. Like, taking a picture of some yarn that you should have a lot of on hand anyway is free. Like, you know, they're acting like things that people have been doing for decades are so impossible all of a sudden just because there's an easy out for them. Yeah, ignorance is not an excuse, 100%. You were at lunch today and this guy near you worked for some kind of Gen AI and he wouldn't stop talking about how awesome it was. God, these people just don't think. Like, the implications of this technology are so... things that I could talk about for an hour, right? But let's at least get Stardew Valley going before we do all of that. So I am going to swap the game over. And then I'm going to go and get a drinky, and then we will play Stardew Valley for like an hour and a half. The pie you bought that you thought had blackberry and raspberry only had apples in it? Is that, can you not have apples? Is it gonna be okay? Let me turn the volume down. Can you still eat it? I mean, I think that sounds like delicious, but hopefully that doesn't mean, hopefully that's not a problem for allergies and stuff. You're allergic to apples? No! That's fucking terrible. Oh, not the latex allergy. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna go get a drink. Yes, latex is also a natural resource. So latex comes from trees. So that's how you have, you know, these the same proteins from latex in other plants because it's a plant to begin with, right? Yeah, adhesive allergies. well, any allergy, but like adhesive allergies in particular, like really, you don't want to fuck around with them because they can make you allergic to all adhesives. Because yeah, same thing where those proteins are found in multiple things. Apples is the newest development. That fucking sucks because apples are in everything. Okay, 1 second. I'm getting my drink out of the microwave. You love apples? Me too. Yeah, and you don't want to push it if you've started to have that kind of a reaction to something, because it's just going to keep getting worse. It's blackberry season! Let's go! Okay, well, I know what we're doing today. Shit. Thank you, Emily. Thanks, Clint. Oh, there's the Linus's berry basket quest. Nope, don't kill the cat. Thank you. Yeah, nut allergies are... Please? Nut allergies are wild. Because they're, like, so sensitive. Alright, we gotta save our gold star corn for Pierre. She's going wild eating nuts while her boyfriend's not around. That's so funny. Ugh. Why is this so hard today? Okay. We're gonna check on the chickens, and then I want to make sure that I give a present to the 2 people that I missed yesterday. Which was... Vincent. Well, I guess I don't have to do that today. Didn't I miss somebody yesterday? Am I just thinking of Vincent? Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna focus on blackberries today. Fuck it. And going to the... Maybe I'm thinking because I missed the blacksmith being open. Maybe that's what it was. I'm actually going to hang on to this egg for the Grange display because it's iridium quality. Yeah, I gave Vincent the wrong thing. Don't eat that, please. Thank you. Did I just sell that egg? No, I put it in there. I was like, wait. Okay, I'm saving that for the Grange display. We can also save this diamond for the Grange display. So we got a diamond and egg. We can do like some resin or maple syrup or one of those. We've got some produce that'll work for sure. Yeah, I feel like I don't need to think about it too much. I feel like I've got plenty of stuff. So that's good. I hear you, Alex. I would absolutely rather spend money on ice cream than on a serum of any kind. And Haagen-Dazs is so great too, because it's like just like milk and sugar. It's like not a bunch of extra stuff in it. Hi, Linus. Are there bushes up here? I don't remember. There are. Okay. Nice. More broccoli. Oh, here we go. Then I'll get this while I'm here. Why not? This will only take a second. Nice coal. Is that not? There's something there. What is it? Weird. Hi, Sebastian. So much ground to cover. I forgot about Clint! I'm running. I don't think I make it. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, just in the nick of time. Clint is easily forgettable. Whew. Okay, and we got something to donate. Very nice. You have to watch Wicked for good. Why do you want to cry? You don't want to see it? Why not? Just didn't like the first one? You didn't see the first one. Oh, well that's silly to make you go watch the second one if you didn't see the first one. You're not gonna know what's going on. Oh, I don't want to go fishing, but I want the ticket. Millie. Little Carmilla is crying. Why are you crying, baby? Oh my god, Jude. Okay, yep, that's fine. I guess Jude was trying to run away from Carmilla and jumped on top of the cat house, which does not have a rigid structure. It's just a fabric house, and then it collapsed, and then she got scared and she knocked over my light. Okay, here's this one. So we can do the hardwood challenge now. Oh god, yeah. And obviously Cynthia Revo is non-binary. It's the eagerness from your Nana that you're scared of? Yeah, Cynthia Revo is non-binary, I'm pretty sure. And is also in a relationship with a woman, so... Is a queer person. And then obviously Jonathan Bailey is a gay man, so... At least when you go see it, you can support some queer people, right? Honestly, though... Oh, I'll wait until the ad break ends. Well, let's do this while we're over here. Get some hardwood. And I'll go in the forest later when I have more energy. Then I think I can probably get this stump and be okay. There are a couple more stumps on my property and stuff as well. Make room for more of this bluegrass. I did decide that I'm going to put my farm animals down here, so we'll get this whole area to be the chewy grass. Okay, as I was saying, one thing that you can look forward to when going to see that movie is that the costume design is so fucking cool. So just go for that. Do not eat the hops. Thank you. Yeah, that is so, yep, typical. You looked up Cynthia Erivo's pronouns and the AI overview says her pronouns are they, that, yeah. It's like, honey, that is... That's not how that works. Okay, I'm gonna plant these things well, that's summer. I'm gonna plant these tomorrow. And go ahead and let that get growing. And I'll plant these sunflower seeds as well. Or, well, I'll save that for when I harvest the other sunflower seeds, I guess. But I can go ahead and plant the broccoli seeds. Make use of them. Yeah, no, absolutely, Alex. It's like, can y'all hear yourselves when you do that shit? Alright, Lisa, use your name. Yeah. Small miracles. Okay, the fair is in 1 week, but I think we're well prepared for it. I'm not really going to worry about it too much. Maybe catch some fish for it or something. That's pretty much the only thing that I think I really need to do. You think some of them forgot your dead name? Hell yeah. That's literally ideal scenario right there. Okay. We'll add here. Oh, these are ready to go actually, so I don't need to do that. I can replace them. We have an artichoke and some broccoli. Oh, that's annoying. I could have put that seed right there. Oh well. And then... Oh, because this flower's not... I see. Oh, and we do have some sunflowers ready to go. So I'll have to make sure I get that other seed out. Oh, interesting. Well, Cynthia is still a queer person and in a relationship with a woman, regardless. Did I already pull that seed out? I guess I did. Okay. I'm looking for... I thought I saw recently that there's somebody else who likes sunflowers. It might just be that Willy likes them. Well, I guess most people like them. The only people that don't like them are Clint, George, and Sebastian, and then obviously Haley loves them. So I guess I can hang on to them for something to give to people, but they're not, like, particularly amazing. Honestly, I could just as soon give people, like, the summer squash. So, oh, I should hang on to the broccoli because it's gold star. Give that to Pierre. Miss Jude, did you find a comfy blanket? You were so sweet. And then I'm gonna hang on to this amaranth for now. I know I need to give some to Marnie as well, so I'll pull one out for her. And then I forgot about my chickens again, didn't I? Oh my god, the camouflage on that one. Okay, let's go get Linus his berry basket today. You are not about to rest until you figured that out. Understandable. Thank God for the ring that we made. I would have been so mad if my blackberries jumped up onto that cliff. Okay, Marnie is at Pierre's. It's not gonna happen, but whatever. It doesn't hurt to try. You gotta go. Thanks for hanging out, Alex. Have a good rest of your day. Okay, Linus is all the way up there. And then we'll go down to the forest for more blackberries. Does anybody remember how long blackberry season lasts? I want to say it's only 3 days. Why is there more shit over here? I just fucking cleaned this up. More sneak broccoli. Good, we'll go plant that really quick. Okay, now let's go down to the forest. Because I know that there should be some more bushes in the secret woods. Oh, I guess I should have brought my sword, huh? Die! I saw somebody, I've been watching a lot of like people's videos about how they decorated their farms and stuff, and I saw somebody put a pathway down. They like decorated the whole secret woods, but one thing in particular that I liked was they put a pathway down that made it easier to identify how to get in and out of this area. That may be, is that like a shortcut? There's a fucking slime back there. What the fuck? And I want to do that. God damn it. Leave me alone. Gonna take too long to fight them. I'm just getting that log and getting out of here. Okay, let me do a sweep of this area down here. Oh my god. Every single bush down here. This is wild. Got anything new, buddy? Lots of stuff. I think the mouse ears are new. I think I passed a little artifact spot. Let me go back and get that. An arrowhead, very nice. Me to my boyfriend, this tapestry is gonna be huge. It's 300 stitches by 250 rows. I don't know how to visualize that. Can you give it to me in French fries? That's iconic of him. I could be saving the blackberries for preserves, but I already have so many of these fucking salmon berries that I just don't want to. You know? Grab that and let's run to bed. I'm so paranoid that, like, I'm gonna miss a Queen of Sauce recipe, so I always watch the reruns. Fried calamari from Linus, very nice. And another fishy. Thank you, kitty. I think I actually need this tiger trout. I do. Man, my cat is goated. Nice. Can fill in these gaps. Okay, we're getting a decent amount of money at this point. I might be able to, like, get an upgrade for something soon. That would be nice. Maybe I'll, upgrade the coop, and then we can get ducks. Because we'll need that for the community center. Can't do it today because Robin is closed today, but... we could do it tomorrow. Not that. that in there too. Put those in the wrong place, it's fine. Okay, let's go down to the forest first and get our hardwood for the day. I suppose we can also get the stuff that's over here really quick. Yeah, go get your picture. We have a decent amount left on the farm still, that's nice. We needed to get this area cleared out anyway. Well, I guess not so much this area. This is still a little bit farther south, but I would like to start working on the Tapper farm soon. Oh, that was it. That was all we needed for the hardwood. Excellent. So the Tapper farm I'm going to put up in this area. Wait, no. Pierre is closed on Wednesday. Robin should be open. Let me see what I need for the coop. 1 second. Okay, for the big coop, it's 10,000 gold, 400 wood, and 150 stone. Should we do that? Should that be our upgrade that we focus on first? Let's see what else. So the other thing that we could upgrade is the farmhouse, and get the kitchen. The first upgrade is 10,000 gold and 450 wood. So about the same as the coop, just without the stone. Maybe I feel like I want to do the coop, though. Like, the kitchen would be nice, but I feel like I'm not even going to use it right away. I would rather get that duck egg. So let's get our stone and our wood. And then, not that. The rest of our hardwood for Robin. And we'll go up to Robin's. Nice, another 2,000 gold. That's helpful for sure. First, I want to move stuff around. I think I actually want to move the silo somewhere else. I think I'm going to move it over here because this area down here is going to end up being animal focused. So I'm going to move my coop down here. I have a graphic that I made, or like I was playing around with a planner thingy, and kind of got it figured out where I want my coops to be. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be kind of in line with that bush that's on the... So it'll be like in line with this bush, basically. I guess I'll put that one down first. So I think eventually I want to have 2 coops. I want to have like one here and one here, and then I'll have 2 barns on the other side. So we'll move the coop. Yeah, it's gonna be like this. So I'll have to go home and fix the fence, but that's fine. Yeah, right there. Okay. And then, is there anything else that I need to move right now? I don't think so, because I can't move the greenhouse yet. So that should be it. And so we'll build the big coop. Okay. Cutscene! Linus got his basket. Oh, this is a different cutscene than I thought it was. The wink is so funny. A common nickname for you is Coop Mambo? That's so funny. The way he leaps away is so funny. Did I max out Linus? Is that... I have one more heart to get with Linus. Oh my gosh. And George! Ah! That's so exciting. Okay, let's run home and fix our chicken coop situation. Yeah, right? I'm like, look, I don't want to offend you or anything by saying that you can come live on the farm, but like, you can come put your tent on my farm. You have right to roam on my farm. How about that? Okay, so I could make a hardwood fence, but I actually turned on the no fence decay mod, so it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna do regular fence. And it is gonna use up so much wood, it's gonna be really annoying. But it'll be fine. I don't have to make it huge right now, but I don't want to have to, like, tear it down and remake it later on, or at least not too much of it, so you could be a wild man with me, yeah. I know you don't have to do this, but I like how it looks better. Hang on. When it's like, when it actually connects to something to go around the corners, because otherwise it looks so like weirdly gappy to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, but I was contemplating putting that thing underneath the fence. You can't put flooring underneath the fence after it's already been placed, can you? Well, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. No. Okay, so maybe I won't do that. Maybe I will just make a small fence for right now, because I am actually gonna... Oh, wait, nope, you can pick it back up. Good. I thought that it didn't work like that for some reason. Hang on, let me see if I can collect this up here as well, in that case. Oh, you can! Okay. I feel like I've done this in the past and it just destroyed it, but... Well, that's fine, because I'm going to need all of this anyway. So my chickens are just going to have a very exciting day to roam wherever they want to on the farm. Well, I won't do it huge for right now. I want to make sure I get the pond in there for the ducks, because I don't... They can, like, just swim through the pond and then escape if you don't get your fence around the pond. So I'll do that. That's good for right now. And then I'll expand that later on. I'm like, hang on a second. Here we go. There we go. Much better. Okay, open the gates for right now to make sure that they can get in here. Y'all. We can complete the artisan bundle. Oh my god. We're gonna get the pantry. We're gonna get the pantry as soon as fall, like as soon as I get the rest of these fall crops in. We get the greenhouse. We get the greenhouse. Like, all I need is for my pumpkins and my yams to grow, and then we have the greenhouse. Because, like, we have the orange. The artisan bundle is done. We're going to get a duck as soon as the coop is upgraded, and then we get a duck egg. And then, like, it's about to happen. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is crazy. The bats actually fucking came through. The bats came through. I cannot get that right now. Okay, my chickens should be in here. Yes. Enjoy your new home, chickens. This is crazy. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm doing this right now. I'm doing this right now. Ah! And we got a keg for our troubles. This is crazy. Okay, well, there you go. Upgrading the coop was definitely the right choice. What a good day in the valley. Salmon season. I should definitely go fishing today. Nice, free money. And a snail from my kitty. Okay, no, blackberry season is still going strong. Oh my god, we're getting so close. The yams are ready. I just need those pumpkins. Don't forget my chickens, that's right. Oh, I think I must have gotten everything I need for Pierre's produce because I just heard a chime. We've got grapes coming in, so we can really focus on Vincent now. So yeah, I want to do another round of gift giving today, and then I'm gonna fish. I may not do everyone today, I may just do half of the people today. To save a little bit of time. Okay, and then I'm also gonna water this and go ahead and fill this up with stuff. I have some more seeds. So we'll do part of those. Yeah, I need some sprinklers. I know, but I don't like the little dinky ones. I need the quality sprinklers. And I don't think that I can, we're putting all of those in there for right now. I'm like, what do I need to keep right now? I don't know. What is it that I need that I don't have for them? I think I'm missing something. Yeah, I don't have gold yet is the problem. So I gotta get a little bit deeper in the mine and then I can start making quality sprinklers. The gym is closed? What the fuck, Nickel? Oh, there's my sunflower seed. That's so silly, but I put it in the wrong chest and that's why I couldn't find it. Okay, let me go check my chickens really quick. Hi, Robin. I like how she's just in here. I know it's not Nickel's fault. Oh, Black Friday. Oh, and an apricot. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna get this thing while I'm down here. Ooh, going on a weekend? Wait, did I get both? Yes, okay. Maybe it'll be okay at night? Yeah, I prefer to go, like, at night. Or, like, really early. Okay. Gifts. Gifts and fishing. Guess I can start giving parsnips to Evelyn when I run out of tulips. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do everybody, though, to save time for fishing. So let's do Clint, Emily, Willie, I only need one of those for Willie. So let's do the people who are on the mountain tomorrow. Okay, this is what we'll do for today. And then I need my fishing rod. What the? Okay, I updated my category, but it didn't go. Okay, it should be updated now. Yeah, I was crocheting earlier. I did update the category when I switched over, but it does this thing sometimes where it updates and then it goes right back. Okay. Hi, Sam. I do notice that, Sam, because there is a light fixture right outside my door that is covered in spider webs. And my thing is that, like, I fucking hate spiders, but when spiders are outside... Oh, shit. Is it Jody's birthday? When spiders are outside, it's none of my business. It is Jody's birthday. Fuck, what do I give to her? Let's see if Gus has anything. When spiders are outside, it's none of my business, because that's where they belong. You know, things coming into my house, like, I'm sorry, this is my house. You are not invited to share. But, you know, outside, that's not my business. So maybe I'll get her some bread. That should be fine. I also love slugs. So I just have a little heart attack every time I leave my house, and there's a spider next to my head, but it's fine. Slugs are the devil? Excuse you? Slugs are lovely. Your mom is right there. Jody. You're welcome. Okay. Caroline and Abigail, Evelyn and George, and then Willie. Okay, Abigail's... Okay. Cookies shaped like pumpkins. I love that, Evelyn. What did slugs ever do to you, Nickel? So fucking close. Okay, and Willie. We said Willie. And then tonight, I'll get Clint and Shane. You keep stretching, it doesn't help. Oh, you had an infestation when you were a kid? You got that trauma response? That's fair. I mean, I don't like spiders, so... Yeah, that's rough when you can't shake the sleepies, Faye. I relate to that. Oh, it inspired a phobia? That's okay then. That's okay. I can understand that. You're allowed. I'll allow it. Yeah, you'll need the finest bait, or you could just be like me and cheat. Okay, let's get some salmon. Tiger trout. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fair. I feel that way about most bugs, where it's like... And most bugs, too, I'm at least able to, like, nicely put them outside. But, that can be really difficult to do with spiders, so... Maybe I'll run up to the mountain lake after this. Let me see what I need for the community center. Oh, nice. Another... This is like the 6th time I've gotten a rusty spoon, I swear. Okay. So I just need a shad. Let me check and see... Let me check my handy-dandy spreadsheet that Mambo sent me really quick. Okay. So I need it to be... What is it? What is it? So for the shad, I need it to be rainy. So hopefully we get another rainy day. That means our next rainy day we're going to have to dedicate to fishing instead of going to the mine, because if I don't catch this shad, then I can't get it until summer. So that's really going to delay the community center. So we have the tiger trout. Let's see. The ghost fish is from the mines. The sandfish, I believe, is from the desert. Is it not on here? There it is. It's from the desert, yeah. And then the wood skip is from the secret woods. Okay, that's fine. So all of those will be fine. I can get those anytime. The ocean fish, when is the red snapper out? The red snapper I can also get in the winter, but it will also be a rainy day fish. So if it rains, then that would be good to go ahead and get the shad and the red snapper. Let me write this down. I need to be writing this down, because otherwise I'm going to forget. So on a rainy day, we need the shad from the river, and that is 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. And then we need the red snapper from the ocean. And that one, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay. What else do we need? Walleye and bream. So the walleye is also a rainy day fish. And it's just fresh water. And that's from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Or 2 a.m., I mean. And then, what about the bream? Where are you? There it is. Okay, it's all seasons, so that's good. And it's not a rainy day fish, so we'll put it down here by itself. And I'm just not going to worry about that one, actually, because I can get anytime, so we don't have to worry about that. So the lake fish, largemouth bass, and sturgeon, almost done with this. So the sturgeon is in summer and winter. So sturgeon is going to be winter. So I don't need to worry about that one right now. And then, what did I say? Bream? Where is the fucking bream? Oh, it's down here under all seasons. So I don't need to worry about that one. Wait, I'm sorry, not the bream. The largemouth bass is under all seasons in the mountain lake. Okay, so I won't worry about that. Is that everything? Did I go through everything? Okay, so in conclusion, there are 3 fish that I need to worry about catching this month, and all of them are going to be caught on a rainy day, in conclusion. Sorry, I have to, like, really be strategic when it comes to the fish, because I don't think about fishing unless I have to. Oh no, you're gonna have to downsize, Mambo? It was in fact going to become 10 feet tall. That's crazy. Is there any other fish that I'm gonna need? Like for the chef's bundle or anything? Let me double check that really quick. I already got that one. Okay, doesn't look like it. So that's good. So I don't really need to worry about salmon in that case. Yay! So I'm not gonna... Oh, let me put those crops in the... It's too late, isn't it? Well, I'll get them out for tomorrow. Oh, I have a ticket! Gimme, gimme! This shit right here is so amazing. Instant friendship in a cup right there. I already talked to you. Okay. You're gonna go get crochet thread instead of yarn? I think that's probably a good idea, yeah. Okay, I already talked to Emily. Shane's over here. We're still doing this? After everything we've been through, Shane? I'm gonna buy some more cola for Sam. While I'm here. You're gonna have to redo the foundation chain. No. Clint, you are so ungrateful. It'll be worth it. Exactly. You got this. Okay, this is gonna have to be the last day, because it's almost 4. So I'll try and make good use of my time for the evening. These last couple of hours that we have. Okay, I think I can... This is for Sam, but other than that, I think I can just sell all of this. I could save it for fish-based recipes, but I'd rather just get money for right now. Gonna go give Mom some meds. Have a great night. A Gobi frenzy. Okay. Let's chop down some more trees. Well, at least got a little bit of trees chopped down. Oh, level 9 farming. Wow, we are getting so close to being done with the farming skill. We got that iridium quality sprinkler available. Just, if only I had the things to make it. Seed maker is also awesome. And level 5 fishing. Okay, let's see what the benefits are of these different options here. I need to look at the wiki for this. So, Fisher worth 25% more, goes into either Angler, where fish are worth 50% more, or Pirate, which is the chance to find the treasure chest is doubled. And then Trapper, resources required to craft crab pots are reduced, goes into Mariner, which is crab pots no longer produce junk items, or Lure Master, which is crab pots no longer require bait. So I feel like... Let me look at something really quick. How do the fish ponds work? I don't quite remember, because I feel like that's going to determine my decision here. Because if I sell some of the fish that are in my fish pond... I feel like the crab pot thing is probably a waste. The crab pot thing is probably a waste. I'm gonna go with Fisher. And that'll be it for today, because I gotta go. So thank y'all so much for hanging out. I'm gonna find somebody for us to raid really quick, if y'all would like to stick around for that. And then I will be back on Sunday with just Stardew Valley time. But please keep in mind that next week I will not be streaming at all. I will be having surgery and hanging out with my mom. So keep that in mind. Let's see. We actually have options today. Okay. So Edward Lopi is doing a charity knit-a-thon. So let's go hang out with them. That seems like a good option. So if you would kindly select your evilest emote and type evil raid as demonstrated. And I will see y'all on Sunday. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Yeah, thank you, Nickel.